Hi guys, I'm Greg. I've been very busy working on a couple of things, and I mentioned the Deadpool 2 trailer review. Specifics are in there. Go to there. That's how YouTubers promote other videos. What I'm going to watch today was a trailer that came out very recently. It's called Geostorm, or Geostorm. What the hell's a Geostorm? Marco Tenejero, he's the one who requested this. He said it's a great trailer. I'll tell you if it's great. I see plenty of trailers. I know things. That's a Geostorm right there. The technology that controls the weather. Controls the world. Cover. Whoa. Yeah, it feels like that. Damn, Andy Garcia, Gerard Butler, the dude from Meet the Fockers. Whoa. 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 Wow. That's crazy. The world's freezing over. So that's what a geostorm is. Okay. Are we sure Roland Emmerich did not direct this film? Because it would say that on the trailer. He did not. A couple of guys who've done a lot of television have directed this. Okay. This looks a lot like a Roland Emmerich film. This looks so like the day after you just name a Roland Emmerich film about disaster around the world. It looks like that. Although, here's what I'll give it. Here's what I'll say. Whenever I see one of those Roland Emmerich trailers, it just looks like flashy visual effects. And while there's a good amount of that going on in here, a teaser trailers can sometimes be darker than the actual films just to, reel you in and all that. However, the way it's shot, the way everything looks, and from the tone it's communicating from the trailer, it looks like actually a little scary. It looks dark. That's the one weird thing about those Roland Emmerich films. They're like fun disaster flicks, or even like San Andreas, for example. And while this is definitely going to go into territory of like ridiculousness, it feels rather dark. It feels like things are actually going to hit you or hit these characters. It specifically kicked in at that moment before you see Ed Harris. Yeah, when around like 51 seconds, when those law enforcement people are walking through the snow and there's a guy frozen there, and that's the idea of this world freezing over, like with the plane, instead of like it in a tornado where they're just crashing down or thunder hits them or something. That was a trippy and a different way to show us a plane falling from the sky where it's frozen and it's just going down flat. That is the kind of moments that scared me. I would like it if this felt like a horror film, like, cause halfway through the trailer, or how a lot of trailers communicating is that it feels a little bit like a horror flick. Those Roland Emmerich films, disaster films, don't really feel scary. They feel more like an action film. Same thing with San Andreas. This seems to be trying to add actual suspense and horror-like elements to the world of a disaster movie. Some concerns: Gerard Butler doesn't usually make good movies. Andy Garcia. But then again, going with like how this trailer is going for the more like, oh, make it feel scary. I feel like Roland Emmerich teaser trailers do that too. Thinking of like 2012 or The Day After Tomorrow, or this even kind of feels like Into the Storm. Definitely got that San Andreas vibe in there. You got a lot of that going on there, but the way it's specifically shot and captured, and just a few of those glimpses. What's weird is I feel like in a lot of these disaster films, you don't really see too many dead bodies. So there was something rather eerie about seeing a frozen man, like the way that shot was done, and all the police unit are all going around him. Like that was a shot that really stood out to me, actually. That was the part where I'm like, maybe I'll watch this. And then again, a lot of the effects don't look the greatest. Granted too, I don't want to criticize the film too much for its visual effects, because this is you know, still in post-production, I'm sure. And some of the times it looks like great effects for the 90s or some great sci-fi channel effects, but sometimes it does look really good. And keep in mind too, when I say darker, I'm not saying more realistic. It just looks darker. And hooray for more creepy covers of old songs being in another trailer. That's not getting old. Alright, if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe to The Real Rejects. Follow me at the Greg Alba on Instagram and Twitter. And shout out to Gerard Butler. Whenever I talk to the side of my face. I can't really do an American accent, Your Honor. I am a law-abiding citizen. This is the ugly truth. I can't do a good Gerard Butler, but he can't do an American accent.